How do you do? It's Joey McScrooge back again with another video. Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of Singles Watch Wednesday. Yes, sir, where we go over all, not all, but some, my favorite Lorcana singles of the week that either A, are going up in value, B, going down in value, or C, just some really good cards to look at. So without further ado, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I do upload multiple times a week. And I do indeed appreciate everybody for coming by again for another episode of Lorcana Singles Watch Wednesday. So let's jump right into it.
We want our piggy bank to grow.
Well, making a shrewd investment is the soundest way I know. This way, please, prospects.
Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. So first off, you know how we start every single video off. We are going to look through some eBay listings of PSA 10 Enchanteds that have sold recently in the recent today. Or yesterday, because this is going up the day after. Okay, so here we go. We're getting into it now. Ursula's Return. We don't talk about Bruno. PSA 10 Enchanted sold for 100. Genie from the first chapter sold for 550. Mickey from the first chapter sold for 345. Namari Morning Mist sold for 140. Aladdin 260. Another Mickey 475 best offer. Simba Returned King Enchanted sold for $600. Now, do I expect this to continue to go up? Well, I don't really know, because if you guys didn't know, if you guys have been living under a rock, let me pull this up for you guys. It's one take, one cut here. The first chapter of Lorcana has officially been restocked at Costco's, and you can pick these up for $40 in store, $45 online. I'm pretty sure they're still available. But when we get more supply of packs for the first chapter, that means we get more singles. We get more singles. That means we get more PSA 10 copies over time. So this isn't to scare anybody. And yes, I do indeed have one of these myself in a PSA 10. But what could happen is more supply. People get fed up that Ravensburger continues to print. Even though they said they would, they'll print to demand. They'll print so everybody can get the cards. It's a very game piece army heavy game. Card game. Children's card game. So this is why I preach. Do not look at single cards, PSA 10s, graded cards as investments. Even though they could do well over time, which most of them will from the first chapter. It's going to be vintage at some point 10 years down the line. The first chapter is going to be vintage. There's going to be no more of it on the open market. I bought this card probably last month for $330. And as we can see on the screen today, there was a sale today for $600. So again, Enchanteds are very hard to hit, by the way. I believe it is 1 in 94 packs. So we have the Beast Restless Enchanted. Just because more packs are coming to market doesn't mean a mass amount of Enchanteds are going to flood onto the market. Now, they could, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. Chippendale Recovery Rangers Enchanted 153. Dumbo sold for $824 from Fabled. I believe that this is extremely too high, but the art indeed is spectacular. We have an Elsa that sold for $1,850. This is the most chaseable card right now, other than the Mickey. This Mickey right here, the iconic Mickey from Fabled. Arcasia's Island, Rainer Jafar. We have a Scrooge McDuck. As you can see, we have one behind me as well right there. The mascot of the channel, we have a Rockstar Stitch sold for $1,200. We have a Raya 121, our best offer. Ursula's Return, Diablo PSA 10 128, and a Stitch from the first chapter for $540. Another Elsa for $1,900. Pete for $100. And I guess we'll end with Vanellope Von Sweet right here for $62. That is... oh, this is a D23 collection. I mean, PSA 10 for this, for $62, that's probably too cheap, in my personal opinion. But somebody got to steal. So let's look into the regular raw singles now at this time today. $225 for the Rockstar Stitch. It is down 20% on the month. It looks like a lot of air is taken out of the hobby for Lorcana, which is fine. A bunch of stuff is in a downturn. You have global markets, financial markets, crypto, trading cards, collectibles, all trending down right now. So Lorcana is not recession proof. Collectibles are not recession proof. Trading cards are not recession proof. This is a luxury item to hold. Next, Dragonfire Disney Lorcana promo, $40. It is coming down from its highs around $50 that got mega pumped up. I mean, there is one for $40, then it goes to $45, and then $50 real quick again. Next, we have Belle, Accomplished Mystic Disney Lorcana promo, $40. Look at the borders on this card. This is actually a super crazy card in my personal opinion. The coloring is absolutely astounding. Would look crazy in a PSA 10 with a Nebula graded guard on it. Next, Maleficent, Monstrous Dragon Store Championship, $38. Crazy card as well. Would definitely look crazy with a purple and green graded guard, or this purple and green guard from Logan's Pokeship. He does sell Lorcana acrylics, so if you don't know what that is, you can't touch that one. So the acrylics are this hard case that protects your booster boxes. If you guys do want to protect your investments, make sure you go to loganspokeship.com and use code TRJ for a discount on your Lorcana booster box acrylic cases. Yes, sir. Next, Scar Heartless Hunter Store Championship promo, $24. Probably undervalued. I know that there's a lot of these. Well, there's only 41 of them, honestly. So I guess there's not a lot, but I have seen a lot on eBay as well. So I think that there are actually a lot of these. Next, we are going to talk about the gift box promos. So recently we had one that was featuring Elsa, and this is indeed the promo from that gift box. I believe it comes with Fabled packs. I'm not too sure. I've never opened one, but I think... Don't quote me on that. Down 55%. I saw this coming from a mile away. I saw these boxes sitting on Target shelves. I still see them sitting on shelves today. Nobody actually is really interested in these, and in my personal opinion, $5 for an Elsa promo is probably a good play long term. Especially if you can get them still sealed in the plastic protective casing, down 55% on the month. Absolute tank, absolute rip through the floor. But hey, if you want this promo, this is probably a good one to pick up since Elsa is one of the most chased after characters in Lorcana today. Next, along the same lines, promo Lilo Escape Artist. Again, a $5 promo. Comes out of a $26, $27 box. $30 box, I think, actually. If I'm not mistaken, and I believe that this was the first one. Yeah, I believe this was the first one like this with this glimmer foil border. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comment section below. Either way, $5 for one of these promos with the gold border. Absolutely crazy. And then we do have the Tinkerbell Giant Fairy promo as well. Same exact glimmer foil, just a different color. And we do indeed, again, $5. $4 if you can find these in the wild. If anybody actually has any of these, I don't think so. I've been to card shows often recently. I've been to like 4 or 5 card shows. Nobody has Lorcana anything. It's all Pokemon. Okay, so I'm just gonna go over this real quick. Let me take my camera off the screen. $200. These are Whisper in the Well currently listed cards right here. Don't buy any of these right now. These are all way overvalued. The Horseman Strikes Epic card is actually so good. The art is so good, but definitely not worth $60. This is probably a $10 or less card. Just wait for the set to come out. Do not FOMO into any of these cards pre-release. Next, Dumbo, Ninth Wonder of the World, $265. So we are indeed tanking down from that $300 mark. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 listed under $300 now. Next, we have Eye to Eye Enchanted from Fabled, $163. Coming down 5% on the month. Next, we have McScrooge Chart Topper Enchanted, $144. We are up 6% on the month. And I definitely need one of these cards. Imagine this PSA 10 in a green graded guard. Would be absolutely crazy. Next, Powerline World's Greatest Rockstar Enchanted, $124, down 6%, falling off a cliff, down $20 in the last month. Again, another crazy card that I need. I am a very big Goofy movie fan. Very big Goofy movie fan, Mulan fan, Lion King fan. And I have to have the best cards. I have to have the most expensive cards, because long term they will probably hold a premium and be extremely rare. Next, Circle of Life Enchanted, another card that I need to get. I believe it is up. No, it's not. It is down 5%, $120. Crazy card. Crazy card. Next, Beast Gracious Prince, $75. I did see a PSA 10 get listed for this. And I don't know if a lot of people are grading Fabled right now. I hope they are, but I don't really know if they are, because I don't see a lot of new Fabled cards coming to market. Or maybe there's a backlog at PSA. Not sure. And also, too, with the Lorcana community right now, a lot of people grade with Tag and CGC and Beckett. Please just save yourself the hassle. And please just grade with PSA. Next, Mickey Mouse Steamboat Pilot, $75. Iconic card. Not an iconic as an enchanted, but this character is extremely iconic. Down 4% and continuing to go down. I don't expect really any of these cards I'm showing you today to massively spike up randomly over the next, I can't even tell you how long. Into the Unknown Enchanted, Reign of Jafar. 300, 300, 330, 350. So there are two at 300 right now if you are looking for this card. Next, Stitch Experiment 626 Enchanted, Reign of Jafar, $165, down 1% on the month. Next, It Means No Worries Enchanted 108, down 7%. I definitely need one of these in my collection. This is a grail card for me, I can't lie. Love Lion King. I don't know if you guys saw my last video, but I did indeed pick up the Rafiki in a PSA 10 for $85. Next, Mushu Yoros Nightmare Enchanted, Reign of Jafar, $74, down 3% on the month. Again, guys, all of these artworks are extremely crazy and extremely good. Next, Captain Hook the Pirate King Enchanted, Reign of Jafar, $53, down 3% on the month. I definitely like this Captain Hook with the ship right here, and he's also steering the wheel of a ship. Next, Tamatoa, Happy as a Clam Enchanted, Arcasia's Island, $200, down 18% on the month. This is crazy work. It was up to $260 in October, and now it is at $210. What is going on? It's a massive downturn. Next, Bell Mechanic Extraordinaire Enchanted from Arcasia's Island. This art is absolutely crazy, I can't lie. $96, sub $100, down 3% on the month. Extremely good card. Next, the Glass Slipper Enchanted from Arcasia's Island, an item card, $38.20. If you know, you know. Iconic item in the Disney lore. Next, Mufasa, Ruler of the Pride Rock Enchanted, $166, down 7%. I do have my copy here in a PSA 10. Had to get it. Big Lion King fan. 166, 168, 169. So we go back on the, guys, down 40% on the year. If you want cards, if you want these cards, you want to buy when they're down 40%. You don't want to buy when they're up 40%. A good time to buy is when they're going down, not going up. In my personal opinion, if you do want these cards, not saying you have to buy it, not encouraging or demanding you guys to buy anything at all. Just in my personal opinion, it is better to buy when cards are going down rather than going up. Next, Scar Vengeful Line from Shimmering Skies, $60. Up 3% on the year, down 40%. Again, so could buy it. Probably these prices right here, in my personal opinion. Could they go lower? They could, but they're down 40% on the year. It's a pretty good entry point in my personal opinion. Next, Olaf Happy Passenger Enchanted from Shimmering Skies, $40 on the year, down 43%. These are probably the times to buy. Next, Elsa Spirit of the Winter, $775. So with the first chapter being restocked, I did, this was obvious that this was going to happen. This was sitting above $800 for a long time. But with this massive first chapter reprint, I expect all of the enchanteds, all of the legendaries, all of the legendary cold foils to come down in price because there are a lot more coming to market. When I went to go buy my boxes of the first chapter gift set from Costco, I went one day, went the next day, got two more. But when I went back the next day, they restocked the entire palette. So just be careful. Don't FOMO into the first chapter singles right now, enchanteds right now. If you're looking at them as investments, I bought this for $330, but I don't care what happens to this price of this card right here. I just want the card, and I got a good deal for it for the price at the time it was. I believe it was like $400 back then. Next, Tinkerbell Giant Fairy. Now I did recently acquire this for $500. And as you can see, once we got that announcement of the Costco reprint, or not reprint, restock of the first chapter. It is into straight down tank mode, $200. People are panicking. Look, 7 of them for $200. Panic selling. Next, Stitch Carefree Surfer. Enchanted $195 again with that announcement and restock of the first chapter. Most first chapters are going to be affected by this. So if you are in the market for first chapter cards, well, you are going to have a very, very, very great time actually to pick some up at cheaper prices here in the near future, and this could have a rippling long-term effect into the price of these cards. Well, not long-term, maybe medium-term effect, like maybe a couple years, maybe 12 to 24 months of real downward pressure to like actually get these sold through and off the market. It's going to be a while for the first chapter. So just be aware and prepared that this can happen to Rise of the Floodborn. This can happen to any set in Lorcana if they are willing to do this to the first chapter at the end of the 2-year. Well, we don't know if it's a 2-year print window, print cycle or not. We did get the announcement of the booster boxes that are currently, that there are no more coming to market. Apparently, allegedly, I'll say allegedly, from Ravensburger. They did their final sell through in July 2025. Now, could more come to market? They could. They've done it with the first chapter troves. They brought them out at a D23 Expo and sold them off after, people thought they were done. So who knows? And realistically, who cares? If you're looking at Lorcana for a 1 to 2 year investment window, that's not really the same mindset that I have and that people that I know have. We're here for the long term, 10 years. 5-10 years is going to be very interesting. We're going to check in at the 5-year mark to see what happens. If we're still getting the first chapter boxes at the 5-year mark, that Ravensburger might be goofy, but again, who knows? I hope that you guys indeed learned something here today. Let me know what singles you guys are picking up down in the comment section below. I appreciate you if you have made it to the end of the video, and I will most certainly be talking to you guys all very soon.